Metro Center Studios, Chris Bennett's Country Climb, Star of the Week.
And this week, it is Todd Cameron, originally from West Virginia, now living in Nashville, making big things happen and writing new music that we're going to play today on our show. Todd, thanks so much for joining us.
Chris, thanks for having me, man.
Heck yeah. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, we like to have a little fun with some rapid-fire questions. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, first one, cowboy boots or sneakers?
Oh, but something.
First job you ever had growing up?
Man, I guess probably working on Grandpa's farm, putting up hay, cleaning fence rows. That's really, but I guess if I had to be, not under the table, would be working at a gas station, stocking.
How old were you when you were on the farm?
I started working there typically probably about 9 or 10 years old.
Dang, as Brooks and Dunn would say, you're a hard-working man.
Hard-working man, that's it. We're going for it.
Better snack, pepperoni rolls or biscuit and gravy?
Oh. So in West Virginia, it's the pepperoni roll 100%, but I grew up on biscuits and gravy too. That's tough, man. I think my answer is just yes.
And you're from a small town originally, right, in West Virginia?
I am, yep.
Small town or big city?
I'm a small towner all day.
What do you miss most about living in a small town?
Being able to hit fifth gear.
And last question, it's going to be the hardest question I ask you today. If you had one country song you could request for the rest of your life, what country song are you requesting and why?
For the rest of my life? Golly, that is a tough one. I still go back to one of my favorites is George Strait, Carry Me, Love With Me. I mean, West Virginia down to Tennessee. I mean, I grew up, I used to wait for that song to come on CMT when I was too young to be outside in the summers at my grandparents' house. And I just watched CMT all day long, music videos, all that, and I could not wait for that song.
Todd, why don't you give us a little recap of your story, of your country climb? How did music hook you, and tell us about your journey?
Man, definitely, I fell in love with country music when I used to. CMT was probably one of the only channels that my grandparents got on their cable plan, and I used to just live on that during the summers. And I remember watching, like I said, George Strait and Clay Walker. He was always on Daryl Singletary. Like, I was just constantly watching the TV, and I thought, man, every time they'd have like one of those live music videos, I was like, that's what I want to do. I just want to do that so bad. I grew up in church too, so I was kind of accustomed to music. I mean, obviously at that time my church was pretty traditional. They didn't probably have piano, but we were able to talk them into doing like a youth Sunday thing, and got to bring in guitars, and then we slowly brought in drums and bass. So that was like my first experience of actually playing in front of a crowd. And when they clapped afterwards, I was like, I know we were terrible, but they still clapped and it felt so good. And I was like, oh, I just want to do this again and again. And so I kind of went from there, the old coffee house dances that they would have at high school, and I'd play at those. And then when I got to college, it was more about, there were some like open mics, specifically in like Huntington, West Virginia. I went to grad school, and so I played a couple up there all throughout the state of West Virginia. And that's when I was really kind of just like enjoying an opportunity to play like one of my songs. That's when I was dabbling in songwriting. But probably about 2012, I just really decided to like get some guys together and form a band, and we started out and doing it and worked our way around the festival world, and it just, it's a slow roll. My first person I ever opened up for actually was Brett Michaels from Poison. So that was such a cool experience. We won I guess the Battle of the Bands competition. It was like us and one other guy. And I remember we just asked all the girls in the sororities, we were like, hey, we'll hook you up with free beer, just come down to I think it was like Silver City or whatever the bar was. I can't remember. And we were like, hey, when we're done playing, just scream as loud as you can. That's all we need to do. Screams is what's going on. And they did, and so we won. So that's how we got to do that.
We've been having fun with you, and it's now time for some more fun with musician questions for a musician. First question, you frontmanned over 1,500 shows, is that correct?
Yeah, I have, man. Been a lot.
What would you say is the biggest lesson or thing that you have learned about frontmanning so many shows?
Make sure that you make everybody in the crowd realize that they are part of the show, and without them, there's not a show. They need to feel more important than you.
What top 3 musical influences?
Man, definitely. If I had to say, I'm definitely going to give Bryan Adams one. He was one of the first rock acts that I actually got to listen to. I was kind of shielded from the rock world for a long time. I tell people this all the time. I am a rocker by heart. I love rock. This is where I actually kind of started more. I love country. I love the storytelling aspect of country, but when I put a little drive behind some guitars, I just get fired up. And so I might be too rock for country, too country for rock. I don't know, whatever. So one of the two. I'll sit in the middle, but I love both. So I just kind of keep it in there. But that was the first rock album I ever got to listen to, only because my mom loved it. Kind of modern day, just from the songs that he writes and also the songs that he cuts. I think he cuts a lot of the cream crop. I really appreciate Chasing Aldean a ton. I have really always really enjoyed a lot of his stuff. I mean, from that, my kind of party album was kind of a change. Like for me, that was like really one that just really just kind of, made me kind of fall back in love with country again, because I was coming off of some rock style stuff there. And if I had to, I guess, pick, it's so hard because I appreciate music so much. This is probably one of the most difficult questions ever. But there's two. Like, I wish I picked somebody that's closer to modern, still kicking it and stuff. Not that Bryan Adams didn't, by the way. He still sounds as good today as he did years ago. But let me throw in there, honestly, I'm going to throw in Matchbox in there too, because I appreciate Rob Thomas a lot from the songwriting, and that sound was definitely a band that shaped me and my sound too. I'll tell a lot of people I'm somewhere between Tom Petty and Matchbox 20 meets, Jason Aldean, and maybe sprinkle, Three Doors Down in there. That's kind of where I fall.
You talked about how your music is a little country rock. How about we play one of your latest hits that is a little bit of country rock? What's this one about?
Man, honestly, I went in to write this with a couple friends of mine, and I said, guys, one thing I love, and you learn this when you're playing live, is that people love pump-up jams. And I don't think I really had that. And I was like, man, I just remember the bonfire parties back in the day, and hoping you weren't going to wake up in the middle of the field somewhere the next day trying to figure out where everything was. Sorry, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this. But anyway, I was like, those were some of the best times ever. Like, just the craziest. Like, it was always somebody taking a freaking bottle, with a light and a rag, and throwing it on a bonfire. Always somebody got to have some kind of crazy thing. We'd always have bonfires that would be way too high. And so anyway, I just think about those parties and just the crazy truck circle and stuff. I was like, man, I want to write a song that people will make people want to lift their cup up. That is just like, call up everybody. That's what we used to do. It's like, word straight in the town. Call up everybody. We're throwing a freaking barn burner tonight. Let's do it. So I wanted to write a song that just encourages that. And that's all I want.
Heck
so
yeah.
That's what I did.
That's what you did, and
minutes.
Everyone, raise those cups up now, and let's get ready to rock out. Is this the first time this song's been played on Arizona radio?
It is. Let's go.
Woo! Here we go. Yeah. It is Todd Cameron, today's Country Climb Star of the Week, with his hit, Light It Up, on Q Country 92.5.
Yeah.
With them gold ring jeans, call them bourbon day sippers and them silver bullet kings. Bring them Daisy Dukes, scissor cut, pretty little things. We got it all in the coolers, and it's all we need. It's time to light it up. Pour a little something in your cup and raise them up, 'cause it's about to go down. Y'all about to find out how we roll it time to light it up. Pour a little something, something in your cup and embrace them up. 'Cause it's about to go down. Y'all about to find out how we roll way out, shown up. Let's light it up. Let's light it up. Let's light it up. Ooh, yeah, let's light it up.
We are back with Todd Cameron, today's Country Climb Star of the Week. We heard his song Light It Up, which is country rock at its greatest, and a great pump-up song. I absolutely loved it. And we're going to play one more song. Normally I just play one, but you sent me two, and I couldn't pick. And this one's coming out soon. It's not even out yet. Hasn't been played on radio anywhere, right?
No, you were the first one to premiere.
Woo! And what's this one called? What's this one about? How'd it come about?
Yeah, this song's called Calling Home, and we wrote this song from a little bit different angle. It's even the song structure itself. I had this idea that it's kind of like, you always hear, a house is just a house, the people that make it a home, but then I was like, well, what if it's like this? If home was actually a person, who would you call home? And then, I've kind of seen like some stuff, people even ask that question around on the internet. It's like, so we took a step further. It's like, if home was a person, I know who I'm calling home. And we wrote this from an angle of like the people out there that, they got their person. They know who their home is. So without them, and home's not a physical location. It's, it's you and your person. So that's how we wrote this song.
I love it. It gives me chills every time I listen to it, and I think our audience is going to love it too. And we, in our small town of Show Low, Arizona, and the White Mountains, are the lucky ones that get to play it first on country radio. That's right. We're shaking things up, baby. And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce for the first time, it's Todd Cameron with his new song, Calling Home, coming out September 5th. We could hear it right now on Q Country 92.5.
Let's go.
If home was a person, I know who I'm calling home. If home's where the heart is, and you got my heart to hold. If love was a compass, my true north would point to you. Yeah, you. No matter how far away I go, I'm always headed back to. At the end of some country road, no, ain't a quarter-mile driveway, a porch swing, or an old wood stove. It's a hug, it's a kiss, it's the one that I'm missing. I figured it out long ago. If home was a person, I know who I'm calling home.
That is Todd Cameron, today's Country Climb Star of the Week with his new hit, Calling Home. It is coming out September 5th. Todd, how can we help that song succeed? Can we pre-save it? How can we get our hands on that song?
Yeah. Pre-save link actually should be updated today. Actually should be out. I think I was actually waiting on that to come through from my distributor. Pre-save link will be up. I have a Linktree link up that you can just click on it and it'll say pre-save Calling Home. That's phenomenal. And then obviously using the song in your own videos and stories on social media, tagging me, like that helps more than you'll ever know. Like I tell fans that all the time. The more people that do that, that's what makes songs go viral. So. And
you have you're actually going to be on our side of the country coming up. You're going to be in Vegas doing some shows. How can we catch you, and how can we follow your country climb?
Yeah, absolutely. Old Red out there, it's been so good. The Old Red Hospitality Group's been so awesome about keeping us pretty busy and putting us on shows. And so they're actually flying us out to do 4 days in a row out there. We're going to do 4 shows, September 4th to the 7th. So they'll be posting it up on their website. You can go to Old Red and click on the Vegas location, and you'll be able to see us there. And I don't have all the time secured just yet, but the dates are secured. It's just they're a little fluid on the time. So, but yeah, we'd love to see everybody come out there. Vegas is always a good time.
Heck yeah, we could follow you on all your socials. It's Todd Cameron Music, is that correct?
Yeah, at Todd Cameron Music, all together. FarmersOnly.com, MySpace, all that stuff.
Heck yeah. Well, Todd, you have been amazing. Your music is amazing, and it's just been great to learn about your country climb, and I can't wait to see what you continue to do. These songs are awesome, and we want to have you back September 5th when this song drops.
Let's do it. I love it, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Chris, for having me on. I'm super excited, so thank you.
Heck yes, everyone, go out, follow Todd Cameron Music, today's Country Climb Star of the Week.